By 1872, Pashto forces were scattered far and wide across the country. Seizing the opportunity, the British invaded again, and this time the help of the Hazara and Tajik people proved useful to the British conquerors. In order to maintain British control, they installed a Pashto puppet king who took out his frustrations on his people, leading to the 1898 massacre of Hazarajat. Wary of Soviet influence on the Tajiks, the British enabled Pashto vengeance. They deployed Western military equipment for the Pashto king to control his disloyal subjects, whose present circumstances were the fruits of their own support of the British. And this is how the British established a military dominance over all of Afghanistan's ethnic minorities and kept the Russians at bay. By the third generation of the Pashtun British puppet monarch, secularism infiltrated the Afghan kingdom through Western standards of education, bow-tied in Pashto-speaking public schools that would soon lead to a Pashto royal decree outlawing the hijab. The Pashtun puppet monarch was appeased by the facade of power and sophistication, but in reality this foreign military dominance, dolled up as the Pashtunization of Hazara and Tajik communities, was merely another chessboard for the great game. The Pashto king's secularization, however, created dissent among several Pashto tribes. In 1928, a Tajik from Kabul would enlist several of these tribes and overthrow the king, seizing the crown and marking one of the greatest days in Tajik history. The first time in 3 centuries they gained home rule. However, within 10 months the Tajik monarch would be overthrown by a former Pashto ally, but this Pashto coup was met with some of the strongest Tajik and other ethnic revolts. The monarch would respond with a ferocious Pashtunization campaign that would introduce Pashto as the language of the administration, censor the overwhelmingly urban Persian media, and exile the intellectuals from the Persian universities of his Pashto forefathers. Many Tajiks and Uzbeks fled to neighboring SSR states, and the king would fill his cabinet with his own tribesmen. The constant revolts against the Pashto ruler would eventually lead to destruction of a full valley of Tajik and Hazara farms. These actions would result in the king's assassination in 1933, and the monarch passed to the king's son, the last king of Afghanistan. Yaqut Tobias for CRI Radio News.